You see businesses everywhere, right? Shops, cafes, websites. But have you ever stopped and really thought, where does all their money actually come from? It seems like a simple question, but the answer is more interesting than you might think. So let's go on a little hunt together and track down the real sources of business money.
Okay, before we dive in, we need to get one keyword straight: revenue. You'll hear this a lot. All it means is the total amount of money a business earns from doing its thing. Now, this isn't profit, okay? Profit is what's left over after all the bills are paid. Revenue is the whole pot of money coming in the door. It's the starting point for everything.
So, to make this all crystal clear, we're going to turn this into a little game. Welcome to the Revenue Hunt. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to spot the 5 main ways that businesses make money. You think you can find them all? Let's see.
And here they are. These are your 5 targets. We're on the lookout for cash sales, credit sales, rental income, interest received, and commission received. Keep these 5 in your head because we're about to track them down one by one.
All right, let's start our hunt in the most obvious place: sales. This is the money that comes directly from selling stuff, whether it's a product or a service. It's the heart and soul of most businesses, and it's what we see every single day as customers.
Now here's where it gets interesting, because a sale isn't just a sale, it's all about the timing. Our first target, cash sales, is when the money arrives right now. You buy a pair of jeans, you hand over the cash or tap your card, and boom, they have the money. But our second target, credit sales, is totally different. The business makes the sale, but they get paid later. Think about a company that supplies parts to a factory. They'll send the parts along with an invoice and get paid maybe 30 days later. So the big question is always, when does the cash actually show up?
Okay, 2 targets down, 3 to go. The hunt is far from over. You see, the really smart businesses have other ways of making money, so they're not just relying on sales. So let's go find these other, sometimes hidden streams of revenue. These last 3 targets are sometimes called supplementary activities. They might not be the main show, but they can be super important for keeping a business healthy and stable. Let's start with the first one on the list.
First up, we found rental income. This one's pretty straightforward, right? If a business owns a building and has some extra office space, they can rent it out. Or maybe they have some expensive equipment they're not using all the time. They can let another business use it for a fee. That rental money becomes a nice, steady source of revenue.
Our next target is interest received. This is basically the magic of money making more money all by itself. I mean, just like you might earn a little interest on your own savings account, a business that has a chunk of cash sitting in the bank earns interest on it. It's a great example of how even money that's just sitting there can still be working for the business and generating revenue.
And our final target, commission. This is when a business gets a fee for helping to make a sale happen. This quote from our source material uses a perfect everyday example: Ticketmaster. Think about it. Ticketmaster doesn't host the concert or play the music, right? They just provide the platform to sell the tickets. And for that service, for being that middleman, they get a cut, a commission, on every single ticket sold. It's a really powerful way to make money.
And just like that, hunt complete. We did it. We've successfully tracked down all 5 of our revenue targets. Now, let's put it all together and take one final look at our haul. This little table here is basically your ultimate cheat sheet. It lays out all 5 sources nice and clean, with a simple explanation and a super easy example for each one. We've got instant cash from buying a coffee, delayed cash from a supplier's invoice, getting paid for renting out an office, earning interest from the bank, and getting a cut for selling tickets. And there you have it, a complete map of the 5 main ways businesses bring in the money.
So as we wrap up our hunt, I have one last question for you. Which of these 5 sources was the most surprising? Or maybe the hardest to spot in the wild? Give that some thought, because figuring that out is the best way to make sure all this stuff really sticks.